chapter number 9, verse number 16. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayanti. This is a description of Krishna's Damodar Leela. He broke the pot, which he is quite fond of. When Krishna was here, he broke many pots. But when he broke the pot of his own mother, then he got into trouble. When he was breaking the pot of neighbors, then Yashoda was defending him. Right? No. He's not like that. Why do you say? But when her own pot was broken, then she woke up to the reality. So unless you yourself are in trouble, you don't think that there is a problem. When others are in trouble, then you think it's all right. It's only the neighbor who has the problem. So this is the life, how it goes. So then she wanted to bind him to make sure that he does not run away, and broke some more pots since he was in the mood of breaking pots. But the problem is that Krishna was not what she thought. So she could not bind him. She got ropes after ropes after ropes, and she could not bind. And every time the rope was short by 2 fingers. That is the most amazing thing. It was not short by 3 or 4 fingers or more. So yada asit tadapi nyunam te nanyadapi sandadhe tadapi dvangalam nyunam yadyadadatte bandhanam. So she got more and she joined it to the previous one, and that also fell short by 2 fingers. And then she got more, and this is how it continued. Evam swageha damani yashoda sandadhatyapi gopinam susmayanti nam smayanti vismita bhavat. So in this way, she used all the ropes which were there in the house. Swageha damani evam sandadhati. She kept on joining. And all the gopis who were standing there, they were all laughing that now you know how it feels when your pot is broken. Right? So gopinam smayanti evam, and she was also laughing. So sumayanti nam smayanti vismita bhavat. So the interesting thing is that she was not angry or shouting or anything. She was also laughing. So gopis are laughing and she was also laughing. So that is the fun. Pot is broken and she is happy. But she was surprised that how is that I am not able to bind him? What is the mystery behind it? Because this is amazing that this boy is standing in front of me. He is small and I got so many ropes. I tie them, the ropes don't become small, he doesn't become big. So what is the mathematics here? So she could not understand this. She has also gone to school and knew a little bit of algebra, trigonometry. Right? So gopinam gopishu prativeshu purandrishu susmaya manasu satishu vismita itiyaho mushti parimitamasya udaram sathahasta parimitena damnapi na veshyate. So all these gopis, the neighboring houses, they all came there. So this is also, we have to know that those who have a house near to Yashoda's house, they are more fortunate than those who have little further down. Because they can even hear Krishna talking or shouting or doing something, then they come immediately. If they are little further down, they don't hear it. So all the nearby gopis, they all came and they were all smiling. Susmaya Mananam. So why? Because they see, let's see what she is going to do now. So then she was also surprised. Vismita, what was the surprise? Because you feel surprised when something new happened, right? If you have some experience which you have never heard of or thought of, then you feel surprised by that. So the surprise was that aho mushti parimitamasya udaram, that her belly or her waist is only this much. If she put her hand around, she will be able to cover it. Krishna was not very big at that time. But this rope, shatahasta parimitaena damna apina veshyate. But all these ropes which I have joined together, they are longer than if I measure them by my arm's length. So more than 100. So few hundred feet of rope is not being able to cover the waist of Krishna, which can be covered just by 2 hands. So this was the surprise. And the bigger surprise was that this is possible if the belly was going big, like when Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna, then he became big. So now you cannot bind him by the rope when he is showing all this big form. But here nothing like that happened. Tatra udaram til matram apina vipuli bhavati. Her belly did not increase even by a millimeter, not even 1/10 of an inch. It remained exactly the same as it was before. Okay, then rope should become small. So dama api anguli matram api na nyuni bhavati. The rope is not becoming small, the belly is not becoming bigger, and still so many ropes are not able to cover. This was the surprise. This is the achintya shakti. Achintya khalu ye bhava na tam starkena yojayet. Prakrtibhya param yattu tad achintyasya lakshanam. So things which are achintya, you cannot apply logic to them. So logic is that if you have bigger rope and you join more rope, then they should bind it or cover the waist of this boy. Right? This is logical. This is everybody's experience. We can conceive of it, we can think. But it did not happen like this. Why? Because he is not made of Prakriti. Prakrtibhya paramyastu tadachintyasya lakshanam. So that is called achintya, which is beyond Prakriti. Because our logic applies only within Prakriti. Sometimes even within Prakriti it does not apply. You go on cooling water, it will diminish in size. Anything cool, it contracts. After 4 degrees centigrade, you cool it, it starts expanding. So that is beyond logic. You cannot explain it by logic. So even in Prakriti there are things which are not logical. Logic does not apply. So if you keep on thinking only of logic, then you cannot understand bhakti, you cannot understand Krishna, you cannot understand anything spiritual. So this is, we have to know this, that the belly did not become smaller, the belly did not become bigger, and the rope did not become small, and tadapi vaishnam na puriyate iti eko visma, and still it was not able to cover the waist of Krishna. So this is number 1 surprise. And then what is the other surprise? The second surprise is that प्रतिवारम एव वेष्टने द्वयंगुली न्यूनता एव न तो त्रयंगुल चतुरंगुलादि न्यूनता इति द्वितीयस्य विस्मय. So now the second surprise is that every time the shortage of the rope was of the same. It was always short by 2 fingers width, not 3 or 4 or 1 or 1.5, always the same. So how is it? So this is second surprise. So this Yashoda could not understand that what is going on. And nobody could understand. That's why they were all laughing that what is this? Actually it should say that they were surprised. So only Yashoda is said to be Vismita Bhavat. That she was surprised, but everybody should be surprised. So there are two rasas which are described here. One is the Hasya rasa, other is the Vismaya rasa. So Swamato Svinna Gatraya Vishrasta Kabaras Rajaha Drishtva Parishramam Krishna Kripya Asit Swabandhane. So there was so much effort which Yashoda made that she was sweating. There was no AC. If AC was there, she would have worked harder and Krishna would not have been bound. So it is good that there was no air conditioning there. So therefore he was sweating, and when he saw the sweat flowing from the forehead of Yashoda, then Krishna said, this is enough. So now you want AC or you want to be without AC? If you remain AC, no sweat, then Krishna thinks you are not working hard. Then you are not going to get his kripa. So he says, Swamatuhu Svinna Gatraya. That when he saw, what he saw? His mother. The word used here is that his own mother. So this is very important. Krishna's heart melts only in relationship, not otherwise. If you don't have a relationship with Krishna, then his heart does not melt. So samoham sarvabhuteshu na me dveshasti na priya. Says I am equal to everybody. So nobody is dear to me. Nobody is my enemy. So like sun or like rain for everyone. Not favoring one person or not favoring another one. So here he is favoring because his own mother, Swamata. So that's why there is two types of bhakti. One is called Samanya Bhakti. Other is called Vishesha Bhakti. So Samanya Bhakti means Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva, Tvameva Dharmanam. You are my mother, you are my father, you are my husband, you are my wealth, you are my relative, you are everything. So this is Samanya, means you are nothing, basically. Because how can you be everything like that? So this is called general bhakti, Samanya. And Vishishta is that you are my master, you are my friend, you are my lover, you are whatever, you are my child. So this is the Vishishta bhakti. So this is what attracts his heart. Others also he cares, but not like this. So he could not tolerate this, that my mother is sweating. She is working so hard to bind me that sweat is coming all over her body. Svinna Gatraya, not only on face, but she was completely perspiring from every pore of her body. So to get Krishna's attention, you have to perspire. Then he gets some inspiration. And Vishrasta Kabarasraja, so much hard work that the flower, the garland from her braid fell down. Previously only the flowers were falling, remember? When she was running, then it was said that the flowers were falling down. Now it is not the flower, but Kabara Sraja. Sraja means garland. Kabara, braid. So the whole garland itself fell down, Vishrasta. So then Krishna saw that she is working very hard. So then his kripa became manifest. Now his kripa shakti became manifest. So previously it was his Satya Sankalpa Shakti who told to Aishwarya Shakti that you come out now, right? So now came Kripa Shakti, and when Kripa Shakti came, all other Shaktis, they went down. So the Aishwarya Shakti, which made him Vibhu, that left, disappeared, because in front of Kripa, no other Shakti is effective. So Kripaya Asit Swabandhane. So Swabandhane means that he was bound by his own Kripa. He did not say that Rajju Bandhane, that he was bound by rope. So that means now the Kripa entered into the rope. Of course, externally he was bound by ropes only. So Kripaya is in Tritiya Vibhakti, instrumental case. That he was bound by Kripa. Bound by Kripa has two meanings. One is that out of grace, out of compassion, he decided that he should be bound. Other is that the Kripa itself bound him. So Kripaya, because in both cases it will be Tritiya Vibhakti, third case. So Karane, Tritiya. So Kripaya Asit Swabandhane. And it was his own bandhan, own bondage. Otherwise, who can bind him? It is not possible to bind him. So by his own Kripa, by his own will, he became. So therefore, these are the two fingers which commentator will speak. One is Parishrama. So Drishtva Parishramam, he saw the hard labor, hard work, and then Kripa. So they say that first race, then grace. So without race, there is no grace. If you don't work hard and you think, well, Kripa is, some people say Krishna's Kripa is causeless. Right? That's true. So then what is the use of doing anything? No. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Tasmat sarvesu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhacha. So therefore you always remember me and fight. That's two things he's telling to Arjuna. So fighting is the parishrama. Remembering him, then the grace will come. So you have to work while thinking of Krishna. And then he is holding the reins of the chariot. So this is important to know this. That even if you are doing your seva, don't become proud. You should know that that is also happening by the grace of Krishna. Otherwise, becoming proud, again problem will come. So let's see the commentary. So tatascha aho manimayan adit dirgha kinkani veshtita valya lagnasya asya griha sthita sarvodam bhirapi yad bandhanam nispadyate tadasya subham. So the gopis, when they were seeing this, they thought like this, that look, this boy, Manimayan ati dirgha kinkani veshtita avlagnasya grasthitas. He says that this boy, he has got this kinkani around his waist. You know that there is no word for that, I don't know what is the word in English. Belt. That's the only word you can use, probably. If there is another one. So he has got this belt, which has got this kinkani, these bells around. The children are tied like that in India, which has got many gems in it. So rich people, ornamental. Ladies also do that in India. So Manimaya Naati Dirgha Kinkani Veshtita. And it is not very big in size, this belt. Everybody knows. How long? Maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet. Yet all the ropes of the house could not bind him. So what does it signify? The gopis have their own logic, they are very smart. So they say that this means that this boy has got good fortune, that he cannot be bound. He will always remain free. It is not in his luck, in his fate, to be bound by anybody. This is a good conclusion. So he says, Yad bandhanam na nispadyate, that all these ropes cannot bind him, although this belt around his waist is binding him. So tadasya shubham, this is very auspicious for this child. This child is a very auspicious child. Yat balkasya lalata patre vidhatra bandhanam na likitam. So Vidhata is one who writes the fate, Brahma. So he has not written on his forehead that he will be ever bound by. That's why it is not possible to bind him. This is Gopi's thinking like that. So tadasya shubham yat balkasya lalat patre vidhatra bandhanam na likitam iti anumiyate. So this is what they inferred, or they made guess, that it must be like this only, otherwise how is it possible? You see, nobody is thinking that he is God or he is anything like this and he has this power. No. Everybody is having their own logic because of their love for Krishna. Their mind doesn't go beyond that. He says it is Brahma has written like this in his Janam Patri, in his horoscope, that this guy is born liberated. And nobody can bind him. So then what they are saying, they tell to Yashoda, Taditaya Udyamat Priya Sakhi Yashode Viramyata. So then they are saying, oh my dear Yashoda, please don't make this effort anymore. Stop. But Yashoda was very obstinate. She did not listen. She says, no. Iti Purandhari Jana Prabodhitaya api Yashodaya Adya Sandhya Paryantam api etad Gramasthairapi Damabhir Garthitair Tad Udrasya Avadhir Jigimishanaye Iti Pradhavadavatya Putra Bhimatya Parameshwar Bandhanodhyame Ya Parityakte Sati Bhakt Bhagavator Madhye Bhakt Hataeva Tishtediti Yato Matu Shramam Alakshya. Very long sentence. So even though all the neighboring gopis were requesting to Yashoda that please stop, this boy has a very good horoscope. That in this horoscope it is not written that anyone can defeat him or bind him. So Yashodasi did not listen to their request. She said that I will continue trying this till night. It was morning, because morning time she was churning, right? Ekda. So even if I have to bring the ropes of the whole village, I have now used all the ropes of my house, I will get the ropes from the neighboring houses and I will bring all the ropes, but I will not stop. So Damabhi Grathitai Tadudrasya, why? I want to know how big is his belly. Why he eats and I feed him and then he goes and steals in the neighboring places. Now I know why he is stealing. I believe this now. Because he has a big belly. Doesn't look big. But I am bringing all these ropes, I am bringing and joining them, and I am not able to find the limit of it. So I want to know how big is it. So therefore I will not stop. So this was her wish, Jigamashuniya, this was her wish to win over this. So Jigamisha, that I cannot be defeated by this boy. I am the mother, he is my son. How is that this little boy, I cannot bind him? So therefore this is called Praudhavada. This was her pride, that I will not stop until I bind him. So this was a sort of competition between mother and son, between Bhagwan and Bhakta. So Bhagwan is having his, what you call, resolve, and devotee is having her own resolve, that I will make sure that I bind you, and Krishna says, oh, you cannot bind me. But finally he gave up, that I give up in front of my devotee. So iti praudhavada vatya. So this is in Sanskrit, it is called praudhavadi, when you become very like haughty and speak proudly, that is called praudhavad. Remember this word praudha came? So it's pra plus udha, it should become praudha, it become praudha, right? So udhudyascha tatha, right? That is the sutra. Udha and udhi, so praudha and praudhi. So putra bhimatya, because he is only thinking he is my child, putra. And Parmeshwar bandhano udyame hi aparityakte. But he is Parmeshwara and she does not know this. She is ignorant. And therefore she is not giving up the effort to bind him. So bhakta bhagavator madhya bhakta hatayeva tishtayet. So when there is a competition between devotee and Bhagwan, Bhagwan always loses. That's why you will hear later on when Krishna will play with his friends, then he will always get defeated and he has to carry them on his back. Right? What is called piggybacking. So he has to become the pig. So then what he did? Matu Shramam Alakshya, seeing the effort of her own mother, Matri Vatsalo Bhagwan Eva Swahatam Tatyaj. So he gave up his own obstinacy, his own resolve, because of Matri Vatsalta, because of his love for his own mother. He says, no, I don't want to defeat my own mother. I would rather be defeated by her. So this is what love means. In love you don't want to win. You take pleasure in getting defeated. Everywhere else you want to win, because you have your ahankara, your pride. But in love you actually enjoy being defeated. That is the pleasure. So once when Lord Ramchandra was there were 4 brothers, but they were all Rajkumar princes. So they were on the horses, learning how to ride horses. So once the Guru who was teaching, he said, okay, now you all stand in the queue on the horse and let's see who goes to the tree, touches the tree and comes back. So then he said, okay, now I will say 1, 2, 3. When I say 3, you run with the horse. So he says 1, 2, 3, and nobody moved. You would expect that now they will hit the horse with their leg and make him run and come. Nobody moved. Why? Because everybody is thinking, let Lord Ramchandra win, so I will leave late. And Ramchandra is thinking, let my brothers win. So he wants that they win and they want he wins, so nobody moved. So this is what happens. So therefore Krishna, he decided that now it is enough. So he gave up his hatha. Hatha literally means obstinacy. So Swamaturiti cha patha kripya iti sarv shakti chakravartini param bhasvati kripa shakti reva bhagavad chittam namnitam eva vidruti kritya. So the kripa asit swabandhane, it is the kripa, the grace, which is the supreme power of Krishna. of all the potencies of Krishna, Kripa is the supreme. Therefore it is called Chakravarti, means emperor, empress. Empress of all the Shaktis is Kripa Shakti. Param Bhashwati, most effulgent. Kripa Shakti Reva Bhagavad Chittam Navnitam Eva Vidruti Kritya. So she melted the heart of Krishna, which is like butter. Krishna's heart is like butter. That's why he eats a lot of butter. And this Shakti is very effulgent. So if you bring some very effulgent object near the butter, it will melt. Right? If you take a bulb near the butter, it will melt because it has heat also in it. So therefore the heart melted. Tatra swayam pradurbhuya. So Kripa Shakti herself became manifest there. Purvodbhute satya sankalpata vibhuta shaktau tatra sahasa eva antardhapyamas. And when that Shakti, Kripa Shakti became manifest, so the two Shaktis which were manifest earlier, which were the two Shaktis? One was Satya Sankalpata, right? And the other was Vibhuta. So they both became unmanifest, Antardhapyamas. This Kripa Shakti made them unmanifest. अत्र परिश्रममिति कृपया इति एताभ्याम द्वयंगल न्यूनता समाहिता भक्तिनिष्ठा भजनोत्था शांति तदर्शनोत्था स्वनिष्ठा कृपा इति च द्वाभ्याम एव भगवान बद्ध भवेत्. So now he says that there are two words which are important in this verse. This is a very important verse for sadhakas to know this. That there are two words. One is Parishramam, Drishtva Parishramam Krishna. So one word is Parishrama. Shrama means labor. That's why it is called ashrama. People think ashrama means to relax, place where you go and you relax. Actually ashrama means where you come and do hard work. Asamantat sramanti yatreti ashrama. A means full, complete, to your full capacity, where you do shrama, it's called ashrama. Now it has become just the opposite, where you do your complete rest. Nishrama, no shrama. Why we have to, now people say if I have to do hard work, why do I become devotee? Then I should have remained at home. So you have to do parishrama. Pari means complete, full. Like you do parikrama, make a full circle. Right? Krama means to walk. Kramupad vikshepe. So this is parishrama. Another is kripa. So dvayungal nyunta samahita. Bhakti nishtha bhajanotha. So this two fingers which were short, so they are the one which solve the problem. These two things, they solve the problem why the rope was less, short. So when these two things came, then rope was enough to bind him. Did not need so much big. So samahita. So therefore bhakti nishtha bhajanotha shranti tad darshanotha swanishtha kripa iti cha dvabhyam eva bhagwan baddha bhavet. So what is the conclusion? That bhakti nishtha bhajanotha shranti. That when you get tired by doing your bhajan, which is coming from nishtha in bhakti, then Krishna's kripa comes, which is situated in him. So bhaktanishtha bhajanotha shranti. So the shranti means the labor is done by bhakta. Bhaktanishtha bhajanotha shranti. Labor is not some labor that you start digging some pet or anything. It has to be seva, bhajan. Bhajan, bhajitya savai dhatu, sevayam prakirtita. So bhajan means service to Krishna. Anukullena Krishna anusilanam. That is the bhajan. So therefore it has to be done to your full capacity, so that you get tired. And then you get tired and you say, well, there is nothing happening. And people say this, I am doing bhajan for so many years, nothing is happening. So you have to come to that point, that to realize this fact that it's not just by my own effort that it will happen. Like Yashoda did not give up, but it also came to her that I am not able to do it. So then only Krishna gives the grace. That means he will break your back completely. Your pride. Back means pride. When you are proud, your chest is out, right? Back is straight. So when you will become humble by working, doing seva and realizing that it is not by my power that it will happen, then the kripa comes. This is the practical meaning behind it. It has to be understood. This is very important to understand this. Otherwise people think that only by my power, my bhajan, my seva I will do this. No. So we have to work hard as if it is going to happen by your effort, but you have to know that it will happen only by the grace. So these are two contradictory things, that you have to think one way and you have to know other way. You have to act as if it is going to happen. I am going to conquer only by my effort. But you have to know that that's not true. If it is only one of it that I will conquer by my own effort, it won't happen. And if you will think that's not true, you won't do it. So this is the paradox of bhakti, which has to be understood clearly. So therefore it says that dvabhyam eva bhagavan baddho bhavet. So only by these two things he is bound, not by rope. So what binds him means what brings success in bhakti is these two things. Hard work to your full capacity. Means don't leave any of your energy unutilized. It has to be utilized fully. And at the same time remain humble. So te dve yavan na bhutam tavad dvayangal nyunata asit. So as long as these two things were not there, the rope was short by 2 fingers. Means as long as there was not enough hard work and there was not grace, the rope was not sufficient to bind him. But when these two things happened, then he was bound. Tayor udbhutayostu baddho abhud iti. When these two things came, that she was perspiring like you perspire in Vrindavan in the month of June without AC, and Krishna also got inspired by the perspire. So then he became bound. So premana स्वबंधन प्रकार है स्वमात्री स्वयं उदाहरितो भगवता इति जय. So what is to be understood from here is that Bhagavan has given his own example. You see how Krishna is giving, he is performing this Leela, which is very nice, meditate this, but at the same time he is teaching philosophy of bhakti by his own example, that this is how I can be bound. And what is that? Premna svabandhan prakara svamatri swam. That only by love can I be bound, and he showed this in example of his own mother. So that is very nice sloka to be meditated upon, to be understood. Any question? Is it clear? Yes.
So there are two factors. There is effort and then there is kripa. They are independent, I assume, because it seems that because he saw her effort and then he gave kripa, then the effort seems to be a karan for the kripa. I guess.
Yes, you can say it is a karan, but actually they are independent. Because it is his will, if he wants to give or not to give in that sense. But karan does not mean that effort created the kripa, but it inspired, which is true. But still it is his kripa. That's why I said swabandhane. Kripya asit swabandhane. The word is very important. Swamatu svinna gatraya. His mother and bound himself. So if he wanted, he is swatantra, he is swarata. So why swarata will become swabandhana, bandhita? So in that sense, he is free. But you have to understand that there is a relationship between Bhagavan and Bhakti, and it is his own Shakti which is in the Bhakta. So in that sense, it is cause and effect relationship. Anything else?
So first, this two prasads were together like Vishnu and Asya. So actually, Asya was on the point that Brahma has written his fate in such a manner that he cannot. Was it on that point? Like gopis are smiling?
No, that is the conclusion. They were smiling before that. They are seeing that she is trying to bind him and she is not able to do it. Like you try to do something and you cannot do, then other people laugh at you. It was a fun for them. Everybody was wondering, what is this going on?
Second question was that this Parishram part, so Yashodami had used all the ropes in the house, and then she was also saying that I will get everything even from the village and I will go on till the night. But after the house ropes only, Parishram was enough. Meaning, what is the point of Parishram being enough?
What is the point of?
At that point, Yashoda was still thinking that I'll get ropes from neighbors and I'll get all the village ropes also. So she was thinking like that.
Yeah.
But Krishna at that point, he saw her sweating, so his kripa became manifest. So my point was that she was still ready to work more.
Yes, he was determined. That shows the determination of devotee, that how determined she was, that she was not going to give up. Otherwise you try and then you fail, then you say, oh, this is enough, what is the point? I've been chanting for so many years, I'm doing bhakti, nothing is happening, forget, let me go to Gyan. Better become a yogi. At least you can bend your back and touch your feet. Here nothing is happening. You're only touching feet of other people.
Babaji, I have one more question.
Yes.
I don't know how to explain it, so I think I will give an analogy. So let's say that we decide to do a play on this Leela.
Hmm.
Krishna is on stage, there's a boy we pick as an actor, and we get ropes and we start tying. It's going to be hard to come up to inches short. The boy is small, the ropes are extremely long.
Hmm.
You can trace the path of the rope around the body. You can see that. So I guess I've never understood this Leela in that I try to imagine how it might have gone down. He's clearly a small boy, she's got a rope. She can see the ropes longer than the boy. So what's happening in between? Couldn't she have traced out what's going on? She kept on tying more and more ropes, became longer and longer, she still doesn't.
And that's why I'm saying this was the Vishmaya. So that's where the Vibhutva Shakti was manifest, which was not visible to them.
So to them it looked like a small belly and
yeah,
the ropes outlining it, but still it comes up short and they can't figure it out.
right.
Easily.
That's why they were surprised. What is happening? So they were laughing and surprised. This was like a festival, so they are laughing at it. But they are also surprised that what is actually, especially Yashoda is surprised because others they were not interested that he gets bound. But Yashoda was interested. And she was getting that what is actually happening here. So it will be difficult to make it in a play. You have to do some magical thing like they do in the movies. Rope, join the rope, he goes around, the rope becomes short.
Yeah, I had one more point coming in my mind. So when this Kaliya Daman Leela was going on, so Kaliya's like body was like his tail and this thing was going around. So it was like an embrace with a snake. So will that not be counted as bound? Will that not be thought as bound?
But was he bound? He was not bound. He came out and he jumped. He was just trying to encourage. If you keep on showing your power like this, then no asura is going to have any fight with you. Then say, well, what is the point? Utkarsh says it is a fractal.
Maharaj, I have two questions.
Yes.
So in this Leela, it was his will and then his Kripa Shakti could activate it. And so in the previous Leela, when he was opening his mouth, what I understood is that he was not really aware of the Sattva Sankalpa Shakti and the Aishwarya Shakti taking over. It was not his will, but they on their own understood the situation and acted. Is that correct, or was it the same mechanism?
Yes, same. Here also this Vibhutva Shakti is not that he said, okay, now I should become Vibhu. It is automatically became manifest. But Kripa came in him because he is seeing that my mother is working hard and I am not getting bound. I want to be bound now. So then these two potencies which became manifest naturally, they disappeared, seeing his Kripa.
So the Kripa Shakti has a special position in the sense that he wills that more than the other.
Yeah, because these other Shaktis, he is not making them manifest consciously.
Yeah.
Because you have to think that he has an identity as son of Yashoda and not as Bhagwan. You have to keep this in mind. But that does not mean that he is not Bhagwan. This is a difficult concept. He is Bhagwan, but he is not thinking I am Bhagwan. he thinks that is the power of bhakti, because Yashoda thinks that he is my son, he also thinks he is my mother. And thinks does not mean that he is making this kind of some adjustment in his mind. This is his identity.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore he can have this kripa or this affection. Kripa here is affection. He is a very affectionate Matri Vatsala. It's like Yashoda is Putra Vatsala. She is very affectionate to her son. He is also very affectionate towards his mother. So now the affection. Previously it was shown that he was in angry mood. Why did she leave me? Just like a child would become angry if the mother is not feeding and then suddenly stops. But now, and then he was fearing her that she is going to now catch me and put me. So all these are just natural emotions which are becoming manifest out of their relationship. There is no Bhagavatta manifest there. But when she wanted to bind him, that his Bhagavatta became manifest, not by his conscious will, but because he is Bhagavan. And these potencies did not want that he should be bound. But then when he saw that my mother is working so hard, he was also happy that I am not getting bound. He was also relishing this, because that's why he was running. As a son, you don't want to get beaten up by the mother, But then when he saw that she is working hard, then his heart melted. As a son, he said, oh, better I get bound by him. She doesn't have to work that hard for me.
The second question is about Samanya Bhakti. Is it possible to reach perfection by practicing that, to even attain Vaikuntha?
Yeah. That is Samanya means Shant Bhakti.
Mm-hmm.
Salokya Mukti.
But one still needs Diksha, the Guru.
That can happen without that all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one can reach Vaikuntha in Shanta.
This is what people don't understand. Anything else?
Babaji.
Yes, question box is here.
So I find Yashoda very inspiring because everything that she did, all of her determination, it was all coming from Bhakti, it was from her heart. And then she was successful, or she was blessed by being able to, for Sri Krishna to be bound. It only came with her hard work, and then after she was able to express her humility. Now, she's a great example of not giving up and working hard. But as we know in everyday life, some things are not written for you according to the laws of karma. So how do you know when to give up, or how do you know when something is not written for you? Because you can work so extremely hard for something with all of your humility and know that it's only by, Sri Krishna's grace that you will attain something. But then comes in the laws of karma. How do you know when something is not written for you?
Yeah, you can go to an astrologer. That's why we have Jyotish Shastra. Otherwise, why do we have Jyotish? Yeah, so we have to either use our common sense when it comes to, this is an example of having determination for bhakti. And in material world, sometimes we may take some endeavor and we are not getting successful. That doesn't mean that we go on doing it. Sometimes maybe it's not worth trying it. So then either you use your common sense or take consultancy from others who may have a better experience, or you can also consult Jyotish. There is no harm. Okay.
Babaji asked a question if we still have time.
Yes.
About the last phrase in the verse, swabandhane.
Hmm.
I'm wondering a little bit grammatically and conceptually how the verb relates to this in the seventh case. In other words, he came into the state of being bound, or what is the literal sense?
Yeah, literal sense is same only, because kripya asit swabandhane means he became situated. If you take the verb, asit means being, means he became situated in bandhana. So it becomes like an adhikarana. Became,
Okay, and related to that was about the word sva. I guess I'm also looking at Jiva Goswami's commentary, and it seems he's reading sva as referring to Yashoda. If I'm reading it right.
what does he say? Because I don't have the commentary.
He says swabandhane matri kartrika bandhane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the word swa is very interesting word. You know that it can apply to mother also, it can apply to him also. It can work both ways. So commentators will take liberty.
So in the way that it seems Vishnu Chakravarti is reading it as, this is a bondage that he himself is bringing about by way of his own Shakti.
Yeah. Because he is, I mean, both ways you can apply it. He is being bound by his own grace, therefore he is being bound by himself or by his own will. Svena Ichchaya, you can say. And if you want to say Swa means mother, then it says because he is gracious on the mother, therefore he got bound by her. So you can apply like that.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, we'll stop.